Hi there, Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to our TGIF Talks, episode 67. I'm your co-host, Dr. Sheep. Today, we are not joined by Phil, because Phil's an idiot, and he's not awake. That's basically it. Will, Will, I don't want to say Phil. Will is, I have no idea where he is. He's in the middle of butt screwing nowhere. And today we're joined by Corona Kyle.
Hello.
Let's roll the intro. Oh dear.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
These podcasts broke down into 4 parts. First, we have our week's event, followed by the Corona news, followed by your comments, followed by some random 4th topic. So how do you want to do this? Do you want to do the first segment on the trip, or do you want the 4th segment to be the trip?
The 4th.
What do you want to? So what do you have to talk about in this first segment that is not related to the trip?
Then let's do the first segment then.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out something for the 4th segment. So yeah, we went on a trip, did we not?
We did not.
What do you mean we did not? So what was your favorite part about the trip? So actually, hold on, we should probably tell them, where did we go? Tell them what we did, where we went.
We went to Scottsbluff.
Among other places, correct?
Yeah, but it was pretty much all Scottsbluff.
Yeah, pretty much. So what was your favorite part about going to Scottsbluff? Or favorite part of the whole trip?
I got a lot of reading done.
Do not tell me that reading was the best part of the damn trip. Good God.
It was you guys made a good effort, but that reading was really fun.
Oh, no. Okay. Other than the reading that you read because you had like 12 hours to read, so.
Yeah, I finished like 2 books and I started on a 3rd one.
Yeah.
Let's see, it was the courthouse and jailhouse.
Oh, when we climbed up the side of a cliff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I couldn't climb up the side of that thing like you were doing. There was that cliff there and I was just like, oh, nope. It just thinking about it makes my hands sweat.
Yeah, Phil and I were climbing to the very top. Well, not very top, but we were climbing pretty far up.
So we climbed up, and to get over to keep going higher, there was this thin patch, and I climbed up after they did. Took me a while to convince myself, and then I looked over the edge and I'm like, you forgot to mention there's a cliff. And I was just like, nope. I just kind of sat there and froze and just kind of like shook for a little bit. I was like, nope, I can't, I don't do heights. And so
before that, you guys left me on the bigger bluff because I was like around the ridge of it.
Yeah,
so you guys couldn't.
We
you
shouted.
Guys couldn't see me. You guys couldn't see me, and you guys ran away, and I ended up falling down.
Well, we shouted. We were like, Kyle, and you didn't respond. It's like, all right, we're going to the next rock. Yeah. And we're just like, what if he's dead? What if he fell and died?
Well, I did fall because like all the rock or whatever limestone just like turned into dust under my feet.
Oh.
So I was just sliding down the bluff.
That's not as bad as it could have been. It could have been on the side of the cliff, something gives, and you just went.
Wasn't as bad as you two destroying the bluff.
We threw some rocks. That was fun.
Then we spent an hour trying to figure out which one was a rock.
Yes, we did spend some time. So out there in Scottsbluff, on the bluffs, it's very close to sandstone, but not quite. And some people did tell me you can break sandstone like this, but I'm like, I don't know. It's very, very soft. If it is rock, it's very, very soft. And given enough force, you just break it in your hands and it crumble apart. And some of them, the non-rock ones, will melt in water. Coincidentally, they did get some of the weak sandstone, that is actual sandstone, that doesn't melt in water. But most of the stuff there melts when exposed to water, so, because it's just sand. A lot of sand out there. What did you, so that was day 1, actually. What did you think of day 2?
Day 2 was just a pain. I'm pretty sure I got altitude sickness.
Really?
Yeah, I just kept on coughing the next day, so I'm pretty sure I got a little bit of altitude sickness.
That's not. No, you don't cough from altitude sickness. You just feel lightheaded and want to puke.
Well, I don't know. I was just that cliff side was not fun.
Oh yeah.
Going down was, but not going up.
Well, you are not exactly in shape, sir.
No.
Phil is in shape, and I just have long legs, so it's not that bad. So the next day we went to Scottsbluffs National Monument. Maybe I'll talk about talk about the guy that got pulled over. Right. So we showed to Scottsbluff National Monument. We drive through it actually, because we're going to turn around, and then we saw the second sign, and we're like, oh, okay, so let's stop, and we'll do it. So we stop. We cross the highway, go take pictures, and this cop stops. And we're like, what? Well, his car goes past him. He then chases down the car and pulls him over. And we're like, I thought that was going to be us for a second when he stopped.
Yeah.
What?
That guy's like, oh, those teenagers or young people are going to get pulled over by a cop. Nope, it was me.
Yeah, and then he had to get him out of the car.
Yeah, I saw the back door open.
The scary part about that was we weren't, because we had those rocks in the back of our truck from the day before,
The previous day, yeah.
which we weren't allowed. You weren't allowed to take those from the park. Well, we didn't take any rocks from the park, but how do you prove to them those aren't from the freaking park? They look the same as all the ones that are there. So we had to hide those because we did.
That's why. Okay, because I was wondering why my rock was clear in the back of the truck, and I took a hoe to get it out.
Yeah, we had to hide the damn thing, or otherwise we could have gotten arrested. Because it's not a national park; it's a national monument. It's the same rules as a national park. You can't can't touch anything. You can't take anything. So if we had these rocks, well, shoot, we're screwed.
Yeah, but these rocks are not from a national park or national monument.
No, but they didn't. How are you supposed to convince them of that?
There's no way to prove it. Yeah.
No. So yeah, it was that was scary because we had to move them while we were getting our lunch out.
Okay.
Remember?
Well, I don't remember that part.
No, that's when we moved them. Oh, yeah, because you just said why did I have to get a hoe to get them out? I don't remember it rolling to the front of the truck. No, you threw it up there. Yeah, so do you have the rock with you in your room?
No, it's in the kitchen.
Oh, rocks in the kitchen and the silver spoon. I don't know. That's a boy blue. Anyways, so yeah, what did you think? So before we went to Scotts, so on Scottsbluff's Monument, after we watched the cop pull a person over, we went up on the trails, and please describe these trails to our fine viewers.
The first trail was really short. I really wanted to push you guys off, but I couldn't. I don't know. There were literally drop-offs. That first trail there were drop-offs. The second trail, not so much.
What do you mean? The second trail's the long one where you could literally fall 300 feet and die.
Yeah, but there was more of a slope. There was more of a slopey hill.
I guess
the first one was literally a drop-off.
Yeah.
And then from this one ledge, you could actually see Chimney Rock in the far distance.
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
Yeah, so we asked Phil. I'm like, Phil, were there drop stops like this up in the mountains? He's like, no. You had 100 feet, then you died.
But then you also had trees to break and fall.
Yeah, there are no trees here. There is no 100 feet. It is just you misstep, you die. And the wind. Oh my God. We were about to climb up these stairs to going back up to the top. And
This
the
was on the
wind
second
picked
trail.
up. Yeah. And the wind picked up. And I had to like grab myself like this. Grab my jacket so the jacket didn't go because that's literally all it would have taken because it was so windy. That's all it would have taken for me to lose my balance and fall off the side of the damn bluff.
Yeah.
And it's just some kid walking around with this whistle going.
I don't know. He's trying to like get his parents' attention or something.
Apparently, I was just like, Jesus. It's like no one's.
And then there was some jogger running up the sides of it.
That man was in peak physical condition. That man jogged all the way
That man,
down. It
He
was
did
like
not fear. He did not fear death.
no, he didn't. He was like probably
Man.
like 50. And he's just like,
That man did not fear death at all.
no, he didn't. But I'm gonna talk about the second half of the second day in the fourth segment because there's a whole package of worms to unpack with that. There's gonna be like 3 segments of I'm gonna have like 3 videos within like a week saying we could have died. So the third day was mostly just driving, other than when we stopped at the fossil beds, but it was mostly just driving.
I don't know. That third day was okay,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Well, I mean, all
Well,
you did was read. We didn't do anything.
There was really not. Well, even like when we were at places, there really wasn't much to look at.
No, not like when we were up in Wyoming, but that's later.
Hmm
Oh.
The first and second day were.
Should we talk about what happened the first day? The whole
I
point of the
can-
trip.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Oh my God! So what? Okay, what was the original purpose of the trip?
The original purpose of the trip was to see every corner of Nebraska.
Right.
That didn't happen.
Right. We didn't see a single one.
And then part 2 of that was to see the 3 corners, which Nebraska, South Dakota, and Wyoming, right?
Mhm.
All come at one. It's like 4 corners, but lamer.
Yeah.
Um,
And harder
then-
to get to.
I don't know. Phil was the navigator, but couldn't navigate
He's
for
a
some
terrible
reason.
navigator.
And he took some. You guys took some off. I was reading during this time.
It wasn't
You guys
off
took-
road. I mean, it was off road, but it was the road.
You guys took some weird highway, but there was a gravel road to get to this place. It was a 1 lane, but it was also a driveway because it led into some farmer's pasture
Yeah, when
into his house.
the no outlet sign.
And I
So-
thought that was weird.
So
And on top of that, we were had a quarter of gas left.
no, we had plenty of gas.
Do we have plenty of gas in that part? Okay.
No, we
Yeah.
we had 50 minutes left in the trip, and we just crossed the South Dakota border, and we went through this ghost town.
I should have
Essentially,
took pictures of the ghost town.
yeah, it was essentially a ghost town.
Oh, what was before that ghost town?
Oh, country
Country
roads, take me home.
Yeah, these 2 drove on like, I don't know.
It was the
Some really
road.
bouncy road.
You were like, "Please stay on the road." I'm like, "We are on the road." We did so. We didn't see this bump coming up, and right when we hit the bump, it went, "Country roads, take me home." Oh my
Yeah,
God!
during that part, I regrettably I was reading, I was trying to get up to get into a better position. You guys hit that first bump, and I flew. Because I wasn't on my seat when you guys hit that bump.
Oh my God!
Or I was like just now getting off the seat.
Phil and I laughed and laughed, like, "Oh my God!" We hit that bump, and it was just timed perfectly with the country roads. This was a paved road, may I remind you, alright? This wasn't the gravel road, but that was right before we crossed into South Dakota. But after we crossed to South Dakota, we went to this
It was a ghost town.
We had to pass over these train tracks, and then it turned to gravel. And so we followed gravel for I don't know how far. And I was like, Phil, is there a highway coming up? He's like, yeah, it says highway up a few miles. I'm like, thank God. No, we get to the highway, and it's a gravel road.
Mm-hmm.
And so we follow this gravel road, which is said to be a highway, up to a sign that said cattle guard. If you don't know what, so I thought that was referring to like you're gonna need a cattle guard in your truck, and I'm like, what? No. Well, that it probably does refer to that, and two, it refers to, let's say my iPad here is like this is the width of the road, so you'd have pipes just like these creases in the case here that would run across, and cows do not like to cross those, and well. That's because the cows are allowed to do whatever they want. And we saw a cow and a calf on the road. And at that point, we'd seen more cows on the road than we had seen cops in this entire trip.
I think we only saw like one prior to that, and that was leaving Nebraska. Or like leaving Lincoln, we saw one.
No, we hadn't seen any, actually. It wasn't until we got to Scottsbluff National Monument did we finally see a cop.
Okay.
And that still was blessed, but then the third day we saw a lot of cops, so it's because we were closer to home where there's law enforcement. So we determined that South Dakota is a lawless wasteland, and it's like a third world country because their highways are gravel roads. Anyways, so we drive down this other road that this has no outlet, which is already weird. And I was like, oh no. Phil's like, what does that mean? I'm like, this road just ends at some point. He's like, oh. So we follow this road into this guy's yard. And this is where the road ended. But it kept going on this dirt, it was just a dirt road, but
it was kind of muddy because it was raining earlier.
Yeah, so we got about 100 yards, if that, into it, and I was just like, no, we're not doing this. It was too muddy. And so I put it in reverse and backed out and got the hell out of Dodge because I was just like, we are not getting marooned out here and asking this guy for directions. Yeah,
and as we were leaving, we saw some guy like get out of his house or something.
Yeah, he's like, what are these kids doing out here?
Well, did you follow that path and did it lead to that little rock monument?
Yep.
Or
that was
there has to be another way to get to that 3 monuments, right?
Nope. That was the only way in and out.
That's so weird.
And that's how all of them are. They're all the same way, except for the Kansas one. The Kansas one has gravel roads up to it. But I don't want to go to Kansas. Kansas is boring. So, yeah. We didn't make it to Colorado, unfortunately. I wanted to, but that's a whole part of the second half of the second day, which we'll talk about in the 4th segment. Anyways, it's time for your coronavirus news update. Let's share my screen. Go live. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. 168,608,771 new coronavirus cases, 3.5 million deaths, 150 million recovered. Let's look at this here, shall we? So we're still going down. The cases are still going down. And let's look at this. Wow, the U.S. had a death. Let's do yesterday now. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. So, yeah, we had 22,000 new cases. That's down from last time. Last time was about 30,000.
How's India doing?
India's down from last time, which was like 300,000, maybe 600,000 cases. Oh, yeah, they're down. Look at this.
They're like at the breach of collapse.
They were at 400,000 cases at one point. Yeah, they're coming back down. They must have finally got their restrictions under control. But their deaths went... Jesus. Jeez, they had a lot of deaths up here. I wonder what that was about. It looks like the deaths are coming under control as well. Oh, God. May 2021, April 2021. Oh, is that what? What is this graph? New recoveries, new cases. Oh. Well, that's interesting. You can see the spike and how people get better. That's interesting. Okay, yeah.
Is there like a population total vaccination thing, or like?
No. I heard Joe said yesterday that the U.S. hit 50%
Oh, really?
of male of not males of people. So not of adults. Sorry, I meant to say of adults.
So of U.S. adults only, or
Yeah.
U.S. adults only.
Samoa's clean. Wuhan.
Is New Zealand still at 0?
I would assume so. They haven't let anybody in the country. Look at Nebraska here. 35 as always. 72 new cases. It's lower than everybody else around us. Let's go look at our specific numbers here. Yeah, seems like we're leveling out. Yep, we're getting lower, lower, which is very good. However, this looks like they are going up a little bit, but it's basically nothing. Deaths. Oh, we had a few deaths here today. Wow, we had nothing for a while. The heck is this ad? The truth about side sleepers. You know, it's a funny thing about the sleeping thing. You see all kinds of articles saying don't sleep like this, and then another article says do sleep like that, and it's like
I sleep on my side.
I sleep
I'm
on
a side sleeper.
I sleep on my face. Well, I sleep on my chest. I should, if I ever, it is technically the best way if you can get your head to be level with the rest of your body, and and your neck can't be turned. So you have to get like one of those massage chair pillows where you stick your head in the center. But anyways, so Corona. Yeah, no, the U.S. has the coronavirus under control quite a bit, actually. If you didn't already know.
Yeah.
50% of adults, which is pretty good, which is very good. That's once we start getting kids vaccinated, we'll be getting close to men. Cause it's like still like we're above 40% for the entire country. It's some states are just doing poor jobs, and some states like ours is doing great. It all varies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And now we have the new CDC guidelines out.
Yeah, which is basically, go back to normal.
Yeah.
They're like, please wear a mask if you're not vaccinated. Who's gonna do that? Who's gonna be honest about that? No one. They're not gonna wear masks.
Because prior to that, we would like stop people every now and again if they're not wearing a mask, and we'd say, "Hey, can we give you a mask?" Or "You need to wear a mask." And then the CDC thing comes out, and I'm like, I knew immediately every customer who doesn't wear a mask usually are probably not going to be vaccinated. They're going to say, "Oh, I'm vaccinated."
They didn't tell us to like bring anything in to tell us like, hey, you're vaccinated. And at Menards, we just stopped trying to enforce our own mask policy.
And like we can't.
Like we still require it, we just don't enforce it. So it's basically non-existent. The employees still have to wear it for now.
And we can't stop people say, "Hey, show us your vaccination card." But I hear Rutgers University is going to do that, or some Northeast university. They're going to say all students who want to return have to have the vaccine.
Oh yeah, that's the way it should be done. But that's difficult to do in these trying times. Oh, so I was going to tell Phil this. Oh, no. We'll mention it now. Screw it. I didn't get that job.
Oh, you didn't?
No, they emailed. I called them yesterday, then they emailed me, and they're like, sorry. So now I'm back to hunting down jobs. So if anybody knows, anybody that's hiring, I will...
So do they call you when we didn't have the
No.
thing?
No.
Okay, well,
They
that's
literally
good.
made the decision today. I mean, not today, yesterday.
Oh,
So, no, they hadn't. They didn't call me, thank God. No, yeah, there's no reception up in the Sand Hills whatsoever. You're like literally on the tallest point in the state, and there's no reception. You're just like, well, I guess that's how that is.
Hmm.
Oh my God, just a ridiculous thing. Yeah, so now I gotta apply for more jobs. That's gonna be not fun. Not fun at all. I'll have to start doing that today while I watch Seinfeld.
are you watching Seinfeld now?
Yeah. Oh,
I used to watch that as a kid.
It's just not a. As a kid, I feel like all the jokes would go over your head because they're not. They're subtleties, and they're funny, but you know.
Hmm.
I mean, Kramer is funny for almost all ages, though.
Yeah.
The coronavirus. So yeah, do you what do you think this winter's gonna look like? Because
What do
like
you
I
mean?
can tell you,
Like-
July's gonna kind of look like the same it is now. What do you think this winter's gonna look like? Do you think Halloween will be normal again?
Halloween was normal last time.
Not really. You had people with pipes with candy going. Shoo.
Mm.
People wore masks because, well, they could wear masks. There wasn't. Halloween was abnormal still. I wouldn't say it was normal. Is that Phil?
No.
That's your dad. I was gonna be like, if that's that bad. Ah, I stopped myself. Haha. What?
My dad came in.
Oh,
That wasn't Phil. You thought it was Phil?
sounded like Phil for a second.
No. They both have the same voice.
Similar voices.
Ah.
Similar. Well, I would say we keep talking, but the coronavirus, I think we're coming up on the end of the coronavirus news updates. We're going to come up
Yeah, I think Thanksgiving might be normal.
I think it will be. It was normal for me this year, relatively. No, wait. Thanksgiving got canceled. That's right. I forgot. Because Grandma was sick, so they canceled Thanksgiving. I forgot about that. I think I went to my parents. That's why I'm thinking of Thanksgiving being normal. I don't remember. Point is, yeah, I think it'll be normal. Things will be kind of back to the way they used to be.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Okay. This is what I was for the Olympics. Are they going to skip? Because it was supposed to be the Summer Olympics when coronavirus happened.
yeah.
Are they going to skip summer and go straight to winter
I don't
and
know
act
what
like?
they're doing.
Because like that's what I was wondering.
I do not know what they decided to do.
And I don't think we got a CWS confirmation yet.
No, the College World Series is on.
Oh, is it?
They're doing it. That's not a if, ands, or buts about it. They're doing it.
Yeah, they lost so much money when COVID happened.
Yeah.
Because that's like the biggest revenue of the year for hotels, everything in Omaha.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Now we're having like some concert at Memorial Stadium.
Oh, that's this fall or maybe even next summer.
Something like that.
It's big. It's gonna be a big concert. 90,000 people. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and they really want to get the alcohol permit because our campus is a dry campus.
Oh wow, that'll be a big deal. That'll be a big money maker for the university if they get.
Have you not heard that?
I guess I kind of forgot people drink at concerts.
Yeah, so because we're a dry campus, they were like, well, now we have to get an alcohol permit because we really want to serve alcohol for this thing.
I don't know.
So
That'll
this will be
be.
so they've been struggling to see, like, they're trying to get the paperwork all finalized because I think it's this summer, the concert.
That'll be interesting. I don't know if they'll get that pulled off.
Yeah, so they've been trying to get the permit.
We'll see.
But
That'll be a big deal if they get that pulled off.
but my guess is it's gonna be a one-time deal,
Probably.
and we're gonna continue being a dry campus.
But no, it's not. Yeah, it's just events will be dry. But I don't know. I think it's stupid that they don't have it. Because it's just like people already drink on campus anyways. You're not stopping anything.
Oh yeah, I see.
It might get worse now, but you're not stopping anything.
Yeah, I've seen alcohol all the time at where I work at the university. So
Yep. Your comments. It's time to read your comments. Very few of them, but there are comments, of course. So please leave your comments. Please tell us, how are we doing? Are we doing bad, great, what have you? Okay. Gone. Reduced to atoms. Minecraft Let's Play 43. Scorpius Gaming commented, cool, yo. Thanks. The water bottle commented, you say milk instead of milk. What? You spelled it with an E instead of an I, and then that's how I say it. I don't know. I never noticed that I say milk wrong. I don't know. I ran out of money. Farming Simulator 19. Let's Play 31. The water bottle commented, commentary A+, gameplay F-. Yep, I'm not surprised. That wasn't the greatest video. Mr. Simulator commented, great video. Thank you. We got degrees. TGIF Talk 67. So, oh, this is 68. My bad. Oh my God, yes! The next podcast. We gotta have everybody on the next podcast. Anyways, the water bottle commented, Phil went mute at the end. Yeah, he didn't talk that much, did he? You weren't there. You didn't watch it. I like sand. Minecraft Let's Play 45 Part 1. The area you settled in is getting quite developed. So do you ever plan on expanding and having different bases across the map? And then Scorpius Gaming give us thumbs up. So, truth be told, I'm not sure. Have you been watching the Minecraft Let's Plays recently or no?
I stopped because of school.
Ah. Are you going to pick back up now that school's dead?
Not sure. I have a bunch of stuff I want to read and watch. So.
Yeah, so we'll get back to that question. Anyways, unboxing a Swift SW350T Lab microscope. XX Bobby XX86 commented, what's the difference between 350T and the 380T? I don't know. I didn't comment. I just liked it because I don't know. I unfortunately don't know the difference. I'd have to probably go and do some research. But anyways, I like saying TGIF. Okay, so Minecraft Let's Play. Okay, so the water bottle said the area you sell is getting quite developed. You plan on expanding and having areas, different bases across the map. Well, I mean, we already have the one base back at the original starting point. So I guess I already technically do. As to whether if we're going to keep developing the area that I kind of want to just keep developing the area I'm in. I kind of maybe want to build a skyscraper. Not entirely sure. There will be another base across the map. When when 1.17 drops. And here's the thing about 1.17. They're dropping it in two different sections, and so it's going to be difficult
to know which one's which.
Well, yeah,
like
if I should go and
first.
explore in 1.17.1 or 1.17.2, that's going to be difficult to know.
Well, I'm sure they're going to release what they're releasing in that.
Yeah. Dr. Sheep Gaming here. Just one comment here. I like saying Minecraft Let's Play 45 Part 2. The water bottle commented, video game burnout is a thing. I can't even force myself to play video games anymore. It's just not fun anymore. Yeah, video game burnout is a real thing. It's really annoying because like you want to play, but you don't. Or it's like when I'm playing for when I'm playing for videos, I don't like it sometimes. I just don't want to do it. Minecraft's weird. It's more of like I want to play Minecraft, but I don't want to play Minecraft. Like I enjoy it, and I start doing it, but then I kind of just want to play it and be done. You know, I don't know. Or maybe I don't want to do what I'm doing in the game. I don't know. It's weird. I want to work on my skyscrapers in my creative world, but I have no way of transferring it to my computer, so I don't want to play it. And that's a really big problem. I really like that world, and there was a software, but they removed it from the Windows Store. So now I'm just kind of stuck, waiting for somebody to make a new software. When was the last time you played Minecraft?
It's been a while.
Been a while. Do you think you or Phil are going to jump back into Clash? Let's just talk about video games. Video games are great.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, my oh, I should clear these notifications. Yeah, I'm actually almost finished with Town Hall 5.
Okay.
Well, I shouldn't. Yeah, so I got all my barracks upgraded here the other day. Not the other day, like today. My wizards are upgrading to level 2, and then they'll be max. I mean, I'm damn near ready to go to the next. Move on to the next thing, but
See, I got a bunch of Clash burnout. That's why I stopped playing.
Clash burnout's a real thing. I feel like I don't know when I'm gonna burn out. I'm sure I'll burn out here eventually, but I haven't, not yet. I don't play a lot of Clash. I play a lot of Egg Inc. Oh my god, do you know what Egg Inc is? Did I ever show you it?
Yeah, it's the one we were messing around with it
Yeah, the
on
chickens.
the trim.
Oh, it's Heyday. I want Heyday. I want the chicken game. So for those of you guys that don't know what Egg Inc is, this is Egg Inc. This is Egg Inc. You press a button and you make chickens. And it's mirrored. At least on my screen it is anyways. Yeah. I'm currently grinding to the dilithium egg, but at the same time I need to get a bunch of golden eggs. Galactic Traveler's a dilithium powered warp drive was fitted to a new spaceship. Its 5-year mission to boldly go where no one has gone before. Oh great, so the Enterprise. Using the graviton eggs. One of my challenges is I have to make 10 trillion dilithium eggs. I really feel like that's not going to take much. But maybe I'm wrong. Challenge progress. You're getting very close to finishing them. Jesus, that dilithium one. You know, when I first started playing Egg Inc., soul eggs, which is your way of prestiging. Prestiging is a complicated thing. Not that complicated. It's just complicated to explain. Those used to be hard to get. Now it's like, yeah, it's whatever. You just get them. They just hand them out like candy. I don't like that. I don't like it. It used to be like, we used to do things where it's like, who could get the most soul eggs? And I had the most soul eggs because I did have the most soul eggs, but I was at the highest egg level because I only prestiged like once or twice. So I didn't have the most soul eggs, but I had the highest egg level. And that was I remember me and this guy talked about that for a while. I could talk about Egg Inc. for days. So the damn numbers and the chickens. I don't know why it's so addicting. You just click a button and you make chickens. That's the whole game. But it's something about it so addicting. I don't know. Oh, okay. I think that's enough of the comments. I'll just try to. We talked about video games. So, fourth segment time. The second half of the second day. So, Kyle, what was our mentality behind what we did the second day? The second half.
You wanted to go home. Phil and I wanted to stay another day.
Right. And so we did stay another day. And do you regret staying another day?
No, not really.
Oh,
because
Phil.
I took off so many days.
Yeah, Phil's calling. Hold on. Hello?
No, I just woke up.
Well, the podcast is about finished, actually. We're in the fourth segment. So if you want to join us real quick to discuss the second half of the second day of the trip, you're more than welcome. And then maybe discuss your parts of the trip.
Oh, okay.
I would join very quickly, though, before Kyle and I finish this story, so.
Oh. So I thought we were doing it next Wednesday.
We can't do it next Wednesday. The podcast is due Friday.
Yeah, I get that now. But I was just reading when I was reading the chat, yesterday, that's what I thought. Never mind. Okay.
That was the normal video, but yeah. See you in a bit. That was the science experiment we're doing for a different video that I have yet to write the script for, but I don't have to do it till next week, so. Yeah, so we decided to not go home. Because it hadn't rained yet, and so we're just like, well, there wasn't much left to do in Scotts Bluff. So we're like, let's head up to Wyoming. Why? Because I've never been to Wyoming. The whole point was to go to Wyoming and Colorado. So we're like, let's go to Wyoming. And, stuff went down, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember? So, okay. So we're driving west. And we're approaching this dark patch of clouds, and I'm like, oh, looks like a storm's coming up. And I was watching the clouds because I know more about meteorology than the other two, and I noticed a line in the clouds, and I was like, oh, it's just a cloud line, or it's a wall cloud. And I'm like, no way, it's a wall cloud. It's nothing. Well, we then, at the edge of the wall, at the edge of the cloud line was some clouds that were lower than all the other clouds, and it kind of looked like they were rotating. Kind of.
So when I saw that, I knew what we were looking at. They weren't rotating. They were just moving. There's no rotation.
Apparently it was rotation, but we'll get back to that. I thought it looked like rotation. I was pretty sure it was rotation, but whatever. Anyways. After we get past that, the skies are starting to turn green. Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, do you guys know what that means?
I was reading, so I didn't care.
Well, it means hail, usually. And they're two like, oh, there's no way it's going to be hail. 5 minutes later, it's downpouring, 50-mile-an-hour winds with hail. And I got a text that night from my friend who knew where we were. She was like, hey, you guys drove through the tornado. I'm like, what? Now, I can't confirm this. We still haven't figured out where this tornado was because Will looked it up. Kyle looked it up, but looked it up on the wrong end of the state. So, I don't know.
Well, that's all that popped up for that day. It was like an unreported tornado.
Yeah, I don't know. But apparently there was supposedly a tornado literally right where we were. And I'm like, what? So I was right. It was rotation. We literally drove right underneath the damn thing. Straight into the storm. into the hail and the wind. Yeah, right as we were getting into Wyoming. Oh my god, that was rough. We could have died. We could have died. Phil, hello.
Hey,
So, in the first segment, we talked about what our favorite part of the trip was. What was your favorite part of the trip?
ooh. Probably driving down Highway 2.
Oh, all right. So you liked the views.
Yes. Especially the views, yeah.
What did you think of the second half of the second day? Wyoming.
I mean, it definitely is very informative to how open Wyoming is. I mean, we drove like basically down the entire state. There was nothing.
There was nothing.
Nothing.
And
Nothing.
the speed limit is 70 because you can't get around if you're not going 70. And we're getting past.
Yeah.
People just went as fast as they wanted to because there were no police. There were no laws. It was a great road. The road was in great condition. There were just no
Was
laws.
everyone else's favorite part?
No. Kyle's was just reading.
Oh, okay.
But his other than the reading, it was the jailhouse and courthouse rock. My
Yeah, that
favorite.
was cool.
My favorite. Oh, what was my favorite? What did I put my favorite on?
I don't think you said.
Oh, that's right. I saved it for this segment. I think my favorite was probably. Oh, I forgot we went to Carhenge, but yeah, whatever. My favorite part was probably Scottsville's National Monument. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was definitely really cool.
Other than the cliff.
Yeah.
With an F.
Yeah, no. For me, it was just when we drove down Highway 2. I mean, we got to see all sorts of bluffs, and,
Yeah.
rolling plains, undulating hills. I mean, that was just pretty incredible to see how unflat Nebraska really is. I mean, it's flat in the eastern part of the state. I mean, I went out there, but when you go west, the foothill, you're basically in the foothills of the mountains, and it was very cool to see that.
Yeah. No, Nebraska is only flat in the Platte Valley. It's not flat here. It's very hilly here. It's only flat in the Platte Valley, which is coincidentally where the interstate is. So everybody drives through it, and they're like, "Oh, Nebraska's just flat and nothing." They all say it's just corn. No, Nebraska is hilly, and there's cows. As if you take Highway 2, which is outside of the Platte Valley, and that's all you see are cows and hills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was very pretty. The sand
I
hills.
thought those, but the bluffs especially, those were just really cool. Just like just mounds of rock, just there.
Sand.
I guess sand, whatever. But like, it was just it's interesting, to see like a hill because I mean, I wouldn't consider them mountains, but it's just like cool to just see these mounds.
It's not really a hill. I mean, it technically is a hill, but it's a big, impressive hill.
Yeah.
We never did look up.
Bluffs.
We never did look up how a bluff forms. I think it's glacier activity, but I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was really cool. What did you think of the tornado?
The alleged tornado.
The alleged tornado. What do you think of that?
I mean, it's just like any other thunderstorm, really.
I mean, if there actually had been, if the tornado thing was true,
Yeah.
how does that change how you feel about it? If those clouds that we did drive under were the ones that spawned the tornado, where they were rotating, does it change the fact that you don't feel like you were scared at all?
No. I'm
No.
sorry, I don't feel scared.
Right, because a
It was a
tornado.
thunderstorm. To me, it felt like a thunderstorm, but if they're actually if we were able to see it, or
Well.
whatever, that to me that would have been cool.
Yeah, until
I mean, I get you as a driver, you'd be scared, but I mean, for me, it's just like, well, I guess I've never seen a tornado. It would have been cool.
yeah, but we could have died.
Yes, but you would have died seeing something spectacular.
No, 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 no. And actually, I don't think we were going to see it because I'm pretty sure it was rain wrapped, which is why it wasn't confirmed. They probably just saw the twist in the radar and they're like, oh, it's probably a tornado. And so they're suspecting a tornado, but it was probably rain wrapped, so you couldn't see it.
It's possible.
Oh my God! You couldn't see 10 feet, so there could have easily have been a tornado. Easily.
I mean, if there was a tornado within 10 feet, we would not be here today.
No. But I mean, it could have. I mean, if an EF1 could have been probably, you know.
EF? I thought it was just F.
No, that's a F1 hurricane. It's an EF
No,
tornado.
hurricanes are categories.
Hurricanes are categories.
Well, it's either F or EF. It's both, depending on who you ask.
Oh, I've never heard EF.
EF's technically the new way of saying it.
Oh, I've never heard that. Okay.
Yeah, an EF1 tornado. That's just. I mean, those aren't very strong, but they're strong enough to where they could have probably not thrown the car, but put debris through the windshield. But yeah, I don't know. I'm assuming it wasn't any more than an EF1, maybe an EF2. I doubt it.
According to this website, it's just F0 to F5.
I mean, I guess it could have been F0 as well. Those are basically just nothing.
Well, then I got. Oh, this says EF.
Yeah, see, like I said, it's inconsistent. Some places say F, some places say EF. It's inconsistent. I don't get it. I don't get why.
I have to read about that.
Yeah, I don't know why some say EF, some say F. I don't think you're wrong either way to say it's F or EF, but
I've never heard it the other way.
I have, because they say it on the news from time to time on the Weather Channel.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But yeah, it could have been a tornado. Could have been terrifying. It was very difficult to drive because for some reason all the water sat on the roads. I don't understand why it didn't run off. And so the roads you could have easily have hydroplaned, and I don't understand why it wasn't running off. That didn't make any sense. But
Oh, so there's something called the Fujita scale,
yeah,
and then there's the enhanced Fujita scale.
yeah. So the enhanced one's definitely the new one then.
That's EF.
Yeah.
And then, I'm saying this right. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. So
And yeah.
that was the trip. Second day was filled with we could have died moments. The bluff, the tornado. Otherwise, the first day was pretty like we could have gotten stuck somewhere, and that was about it. The third day was just driving and driving and driving. I think you're pulling over and going to look where we're going to look at stars. That was kind of cool. Back in those hills.
Oh, yeah.
That was a very rough road, but
I can't wait to go out there.
Yeah.
Again.
Kyle's least
That'll be
favorite.
fun.
Kyle's least favorite part was probably the on the way to South Dakota, the bumps.
Country road.
No, that wasn't bad.
Stay home.
I think it would have been the fossil.
Oh, you didn't like the fossils?
I mean, it was fine, but it doesn't
You wanted to
compare
see
to.
actual fossils.
It didn't compare to Ash Falls.
Yeah, for sure.
Ash Falls was a
Ash
lot
Falls
cooler.
is a lot more interesting.
Well,
to
we
look
could have
at.
gone to Ash
It was
Falls.
Ash Falls was a much more incredible fossil bed to see than one at Harrison. I think just because at Ash Falls you could see actual fossils sticking out of the ground.
Yeah,
Hmm.
we could have gone to that one.
I mean, it's possible there were fossils sticking out of the ground, where we were, but I mean, it wasn't obvious.
Well, we
Yeah.
couldn't see it because it was either rock or it was actual fossils.
It wasn't obvious to a person who doesn't know what to look for.
Hmm.
Whereas, out in Ash Falls, you can clearly see, oh, look, there's fossils. And they actually work out there, too. And so they're always uncovered. Because, when we went to Moore Hall, they said that they discover new skeletons.
All the time.
All the time, yeah. All the time.
I think actually,
And so each time you go, you'll see more and more.
what I liked about this was that we went to Morrill Hall after going out west. And so, like, we were like, whoa, yeah, we saw all of this stuff except for the toadstool park. I didn't know that was a thing. We could have gone
I'm
to that.
pretty sure it was behind that really beautiful bluff. That would have
Probably.
been hilarious.
It probably was.
I'm pretty sure it was.
But yeah, other than the fact that we missed that, it was pretty cool. I mean, like, because, like, all those places that they, in Morrill Hall they talked about, we went to. We were there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it was...
It was definitely really cool to go to Moore Hall after all of this.
Yeah,
Yeah, we saw that. We saw that.
Yeah, we were there. We saw the
That's cool.
bluffs. We saw the hills. They still didn't tell us how the damn how the bluffs got there.
Yeah, yeah.
They probably don't know, to be fair. They're probably not entirely sure. But yeah, it was a really cool experience. And if you're ever in the state, take Highway 2. Take it up.
No, don't take I-80. Take Highway 2. You will not regret it.
It might be
regret it.
it might be an hour slower, but you won't regret it.
It doesn't start getting in. You can take you can take I-80 to Grand Island.
Well,
I mean,
you have to take Grand Island to I-80 because otherwise you're going.
Oh, that's where Highway 2 starts. But when you get past like you can see all the sand hills to Alliance, but then once you start getting in the very northwestern part of the state,
Yeah.
well, that was we took another. Oh, there was another highway to take.
The gravel road.
Oh, no, not that one. But after you get past Highway 2, was it like Highway 71 or something, or Highway 25? There was like another highway that, juts west. When you're over there by Harrison, that was another highway to take.
Oh yeah. But
You don't want to take. I wouldn't recommend taking Highway 2 the whole way. Because Highway 2 will take you to the border of South Dakota. But you want to take another highway that takes you to the Wyoming border. Because that was cool.
you gotta take it to.
That's when you start seeing incredible bluffs.
The problem
You
is,
start seeing all these like forests. What feels like a forested area.
you gotta take Highway 2 up to Crawford, I think, and then take
Yeah.
and then go south, or maybe to Alliance. But no, I would go to Crawford,
Go to Crawford.
then go
And then,
south.
Crawford, there's another highway to take.
Take Crawford south to Scotts Bluff, and then there's like every single way into Scotts Bluff is completely different. I don't think we went the same way into Scotts Bluff twice.
Yeah.
That last one we went on, that was really cool. It was super dangerous because the curves are so much tighter than.
But yeah, that would be like Crawford to Harrison or almost.
Yeah. There was so
Whatever that highway, Crawford to Harrison, that was really cool.
it's funny driving down these roads because they're meant for you to go 55 on because that's when these roads were built back when the speed limit was 55. So driving 65 down them, which is a new speed limit, you can't take the curves. Some of them you can. Some of them.
Oh, it's Highway 20.
Oh.
I think that because I wrote it down. I'm
Some of these curves you do not want to take at 65. People did. Even people do. I wouldn't. And I didn't. Especially.
I recommend Highway 2 and Highway 20.
There you go. Driving into Scotts Bluff from that one direction when we go over that bluff, that was no way. Yeah, I think we were actually supposed to go 60 or 70 down, 65 or 70 it down that. No way. It was too tight. 55 was perfect. Plus, you can roll down your window at 55 if it's nice out and get a better experience. But 65 was no.
Yeah, and it would have been cool to take those routes when it wasn't cloudy or rainy. Because I mean, those driving out there, I was like, man, I bet this would be a cool view.
Yeah,
If only I could see it.
and then we didn't take the same path. Somehow
Yeah,
we took
a whole new route home. It was so
apparently.
cool. It was very cool.
Yeah, we missed that bluff. I really want to know where that bluff was that we saw, but no way to know.
Yeah.
I wish we could go back to see that, but oh well. Yeah, but it was interesting because it kind of felt like we were up in the mountains with all the pine trees.
Yeah, it does.
But you couldn't see anything, so it's kind of like, oh, we're in the mountains. You have no idea
It
of
had
knowing.
a mountain vibe to it, yeah.
You couldn't. Nobody would. If you had told somebody you were in the mountains, they would have believed you.
Mm-hmm.
Up until the fog cleared, and you're like, oh, that's not a mountain.
These are just hills. They're
These
not
are just
actually
big
mountains.
hills. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, because we couldn't see the top of the hills, so it felt like a mountain.
Yeah.
Feel. A grassy mountain.
Yeah, very grassy mountain.
That would be like the Appalachians, right? They're grassy.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, you remember the 10th trillion, 580th billion, 386th millionth blade of grass we saw?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That was the running joke every time we're in Wyoming. Hey, look! There's the 5th trillion, there's the 5 trillionth blade of grass.
yeah.
Oh, it was just grass and cows. Lots of moo-moos. Yeah. But if you're ever...
There's the Ogallala National Grassland. It's just grass.
It's just grass. I was just like, oh, this is real interesting.
It's just grass. But they want to preserve it.
We hit a bird. I think it was a prairie chicken. They'd think it's something else.
There was no way it was prairie
A
chicken.
prairie chicken.
I think it was a prairie chicken. It about the same size.
I don't think it was.
Oh, no way to know. The bird is long gone. I don't even know when he fell off the damn truck.
He got sucked through the grill.
Oh yeah, imagine.
We were breathing in his guts about 10 seconds later.
Just he went the wrong way. He went straight instead of going to the. If he had just sidestepped himself, if he gone to his right, he could have lived.
But his biggest mistake was flying up. He would have been fine if he stayed on the ground, because I bet the tires would have missed him. But no,
I could
he
have
decided
swerved.
to fly up. What? Yeah. You could have swerved too. But no, he decided to fly up. And that was game over.
Poor bird.
Yeah, he made quite the thud.
I was up in Wyoming. Poor bird. And I couldn't tell if I could see any feathers or not because there was so much dead bugs on the grill of my truck. I couldn't tell. I think I saw some blood, but that could have also been from mosquitoes or flies. You never know.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of bugs in some places. Like, well, I think somewhere before Broken Bow, about 50 miles from Broken Bow, there were a ton of bugs. And it was the same spot, too, on the way there and on the way back. You just run through, like, a ton of bugs. And I'm not sure why. But yeah, that was our trip. The vlog will be coming out next Friday, so stay tuned for that. I don't think... Make sure you go check out the new gaming channel. Next week is the last week of split videos, and the last time there will be gaming videos, strictly gaming videos, on the Dr. Sheep channel. The rest will be on Dr. Sheep Gaming. Phil and I, at some point, are going to start doing weekly, nightly podcasts about philosophy. It's just a matter of finding time. Currently, it's very difficult. Like, next Wednesday...
How many people are watching?
Huh?
How many people are watching?
What? What depends.
Isn't this a live stream right now?
No, we're just recording. This is a podcast.
Okay. So when are we doing live streams?
I was just talking about that. I don't know whenever we find time. It's very difficult. Next week, though, I don't think there's going to be one. We're going to be working on that. We're going to be working on that video.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, that's it. anyways, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to podcast every other Friday, 11 a.m. Central Time. And good night.